Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Stu Bacca and thank you for joining me again on American Truck Simulator. Today we're checking out the ProMods Canada map. We've picked up our sawdust panels and we are just going to head out of the yard. If we can just get past these logs that are over here. And we're going on a big haul all the way from Salmon Arm, where we are at the moment, all the way down to Delta. And we're delivering sawdust panels. Sawdust panels, by the way, in case you didn't know, are floor materials, floorboards, a bit similar to MDF. Today I'm using the Freighliner Cascadia, the old model, and we are using the Zeemods Cummins big cam engine with 500 horsepower. I know that these trucks don't come with that type of engine, but I thought we're going to be off the paved roads, so we need something with a bit of power, and the Zeemods engine packs sound wonderful. We're using the Eaton Fuller 13-speed gearbox in this, just an automatic transmission, a bit like a standard company truck. And the truck and trailer have the Canada Cartage livery, which is available from the Steam Workshop, and that is by Trucker71. We're making use of the Frosty Heavy Winter Mod version 4 in this video, and we are certainly not going the most economical route. We're going to do some paved roads, we're going to do some off-roading. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there has been some snow forecast, so we've got that to deal with as well. Just take a listen to this engine. Zeemods again does a fantastic job of his sound packs. Okay, we're out on the highway now. We can't go too quick because of these conditions, but I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. We've got a couple of hours of driving to do, and that should only take us a few minutes in this game, but I'm going to let you listen to a bit of music and I'll catch up with you further on the route.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about
Okay, this is where we leave the paved surface and we're going to head and do a little bit of off-roading. Now these are marked on the ProMods Canada maps with like a little off-road vehicle, a little 4x4, to let you know that these are off-road route. I've specifically picked this one because I want to do a little bit of this and let you guys see it. There's a drop-off location just down the road here, and this is the craft one, but we're going to go way past that. And I have to say that this ProMods Canada map is absolutely wonderful. If you haven't seen my last video, I'll put a link in the description for that. We take a classic Mack R series truck and do some logging runs, but that is before the snow has fallen. Now we've got the snow in the map here and it looks absolutely wonderful. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, if you've tried that out for yourself, but I highly recommend it. And by the way, ProMods Canada is absolutely free for you to download, and you don't need to mess about making profiles or anything like that. It just integrates with your existing profile and existing map on American Truck Simulator. I don't expect to see any cars on this one, but it is super bumpy, so we're not going to be able to do this one too fast, but we can sit back, relax, and I've heard that the views on this bit are just wonderful, so let's just enjoy that. Let's have a look at the trailer. It's bouncing about there, but not too bad. You can hear some noises from the trailer, so we're going to go easy here. Take it nice and easy. And have a little bit of a chat. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you all had a really good week and you're having a good weekend. I've had a couple of busy weeks, I have to say. It was my birthday a few weeks ago, and ever since then it's just been pretty hectic in the build up to Christmas. Christmas is quite a big thing where I am from, and so is the new year. But because of COVID restrictions, there's not the ability to do quite the same amount of things, but I'm sure all of you guys know about that as well and are experiencing that. But yeah, it's been a busy few weeks, and I have to confess I've not been able to produce the same amount of content as I normally would. Look at that view over there by that lake. Look at those reflections and look at those mountains. They are absolutely stunning. This is a fantastic map, and if you're missing something with it, definitely go and pick up the Frosty weather add-on, because it makes the map look so great. You don't have to use the physics, you don't have to make the road slippery or anything like that. You can just use it for the visual aspect. I've been getting into doing some convoys, and I've not had a chance yet to do an American Truck Sim convoy, but a lot of my friends who are in the community do some Euro Truck Simulator convoys, and so I've been taking part in them, and you'll notice there's a few of them on my channel. I don't really edit the videos an awful lot, I shorten them a little bit, I put a little bit of background music on, a bit like what I have here just now, and I just put them out there if anybody's interested in them, and it's a good way, I think, of kind of documenting convoys that we've done so far. It's been a lot of fun, so thank you to my friends for doing that. I'm sorry I've not been able to join as many of the convoys as I'd like, and hopefully in the new year we'll be able to do a lot more of those, involve a lot more of you folks that are watching these videos if you're interested, maybe even sort of stream these things live from time to time. Who knows? Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in. It's been a long time since I've been in Canada, and I miss it. It's one of my favourite places. I've only ever been there once, and it was to this area here. Let's have a look at the outside of this truck as it bounces along here. Sorry it's so slow, we can't really go much quicker on these roads, but look at these scenes. This is absolutely epic. It reminds me of where I stay in Scotland, but we don't have mountains quite on that scale, and we don't have snow on that scale either. It looks absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we're getting off our dirt track. Well, it would be a dirt track without all the snow, and you'll notice that this road that is straight ahead of us past the stump truck here is on the way to Lytton, but that's been closed off by the developers. I think they originally had planned to have that in the map, but this was one of the areas that was absolutely devastated by wildfires during the summertime. Effectively, the whole town was wiped out, houses were burned, there was a lot of fatalities, so out of respect for the town, the developers of this ProMods Canada map have decided to cut that off for the time being. So we can't go any further up that route. Okay, a couple miles down the road and here is the snow. Look at this, the conditions are absolutely horrible. Now these cars coming towards us do have their lights on, but it would be hard to tell that. The visibility is really poor, so we're going to have to slow this right down. It's also one of the twistiest parts of the road, so we're going to have to try and find somewhere to stop until the snow goes off. It's already about 5 p.m, so I think we're going to have to try and sleep for the night. I'm going to have to find somewhere to go because these roads and these conditions are no joke at all, and we do not want to crash because we've got a long way to go. So let's just take it easy. Let's just do some of these twists and turns. We're finding we're having to go onto the other side of the road just to make it around with the trailer. So we're going to take it easy and we'll find somewhere to stop. But you might have noticed at the start, I only have a day cab, so it's going to be a rather uncomfortable and cold evening, I fear.
Keep left after 50 yards.
We've finally made it to Lillooet, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but let's see if there's anywhere that we can stop and get some rest for the night. I find it a ton of fun to drive in the dark. I think it's really challenging, but one of the issues obviously is the fact that you can't really see the scenery, and so to make a video for you folks to watch, it doesn't make for the best content. So we're going to pull over and hopefully this all clears, and in the morning we can continue on the next part of our journey.
Turn left.
So we drove for another few miles there and I found a little parking spot, the Seaton Lake rest area. We can't see the Seaton Lake at the minute, but let's pull over by these picnic benches here. And this is where we're going to camp out for the night. I think it's going to be a cold one, but hopefully things are improved in the morning. Good night. Okay, it's the next day and look at this place. This is beautiful. There's the Canadian Pacific train in the background, and we're just pulling out of the rest area here. There's a van coming around the corner. We'll let them go and then we'll continue on our journey. This next part is supposed to be extremely windy, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of using the Jake brake. There's a little glitch there, there's a tree popping out of the road. But generally speaking, what do you think of this map? I think it's wonderful. That's the sort of extent of the glitches that you'll see on it. I've not noticed any issues so far. I think it's wonderful. Yeah, so coming back to the online convoys, if that's something that you guys would like to be involved in, if you would like to go on convoys with myself and some of my friends online, whether it be on Euro Truck or American Truck Sim, then I'll put a link in the description for my Discord. Feel free to join and we can set up a schedule. Bearing in mind that most of us are in the kind of European time zone here, and we tend to go online between about 6 and 9 p.m. Central European time. So these roads are so windy but so beautiful. every single corner is a photograph. Let me know what you think of the Jake brake on this video. I kind of go between this first, second and third modes, and Zeemods always has a different sound to the different modes of the Jake brake for you to use, so it doesn't sound the same no matter what level of Jake brake you're using. He's done an excellent job of it, as always. This is the only paid mod that I'm using in my videos here today, and it costs a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars to get his sound set for this engine. I think it's well worth it if you want to add to the immersion. I drive using a Logitech steering wheel and pedals, the fairly basic ones. I don't have a shifter. I'm trying to save up to get a nice H pattern shifter, so you'll notice on my videos I tend to use an automatic gearbox because of that reason. I look around freely left and right by using something called View Tracker, which uses my webcam. Let me know what you think of the route that we're going on today, and if you've done any other good routes on the ProMods map that particularly you want me to check out. And likewise, if you think there's good trucks, if there's good Canadian companies that I should be using other than the one I've got today, then do let me know about that in the comments, please. So we're getting closer to Whistler. This is the part of Canada that I've been to before. I went skiing in Whistler many years ago, so this is kind of familiar territory, and this is the avalanche zones here. And one of the things that I didn't appreciate when I went to Whistler was the fact that you couldn't get out on the mountains first thing in the morning to ski. I imagined at 9 o'clock in the morning you'd be able to go out there and get skiing, and you couldn't for quite a while. And it's because they used to set off explosions. They used to detonate parts of the mountain every morning to make sure that there were no avalanches later. So they would remove all the loose snow from the mountain, and then when it was safe they would open it up for you to go and ski on. It was pretty scary for me because at that point I learned to ski on a dry ski slope here in Scotland, and the size of this slope was probably about 30 feet from the ground. It was a tiny slope, about 30 feet tall, about 30 feet wide, and it was the dry slope, so it was that carpet material. And I gave myself a good fright when I went onto real snow for the first time, particularly up Whistler Mountain. If you've ever been there though, you'll know how wonderful it is, and I really enjoyed it, and I didn't do anything too adventurous. It was a ton of fun, and I miss it. I'd love to go back there one day. Let's have a look at the outside of the truck here. The Canada Cartage livery is beautiful, and it is a real company, so I've tried to model the truck when I built it on the real trucks that are there from Google image searches. And thank you to Trucker71 on the Steam store for making the trailer and truck for this. It's really well done. I like it. I like the colour scheme, and it is really cool. And I believe they are from this part of Canada as well. My channel is relatively new. I've only been making these videos since I think it was August of this year. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching the videos. I'm not influenced by statistics or number of subscribers, but again, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for checking back in to my videos and to my channel, and for watching the videos and leaving comments. I really appreciate that. I think that leaving the thumbs up, pushing the like button really helps an awful lot to get the video out there and to expand the target audience, if you like. So thank you very much for that. We're in Pemberton, British Columbia now, and we are on our way to Whistler. We'll be there in no time at all.
Keep right.
Those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis will know that I'm a big fan of Formula 1, and I was very happy at the weekend because Max Verstappen won the Formula 1 championship. It was a messy old race and it looked like he wasn't going to win it. And to be honest, the way that Hamilton drove that race, I think he deserved to win it and win the championship. It's been so close all year, and really it came down to strategy and a bit of luck. And I know a lot of people have been critical of the decisions that were made during that race, and I get where they're coming from with that. It was a little bit messy, and the rule makers, that's the FIA, kind of looked like they were making things up as they went along. One of the things I didn't like about it was the fact that the back markers were originally not going to be allowed to pass, and then they were going to be allowed to pass, and then in the end only some of them were, and I don't think there's been a precedent for that before at all. I don't know why they don't just let the back markers drop back rather than make them go all the way around the lap. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Hamilton dominated for the whole event, even though Verstappen took pole position, and in the end it came down to a little incident, a crash that happened with about 5 laps to go, and by the time that car was cleared out of the way, it was down to a 1 lap shootout between Hamilton in first place and Verstappen in second place. And because Verstappen had pitted for fresher tyres, he was able to pass Hamilton and take the win. I'm happy about it, but I can see that a lot of people would be quite unhappy given the way the rules were applied during that race. If you're not into Formula 1, then I apologise for boring you, but this is the season to watch. If you get a chance on YouTube to check out the highlights of the season, or even the highlights of this race, definitely go and watch it. If you're into sports at all, if you're into competitive sports, I highly recommend it. Would this not be a fantastic place to do a convoy? I think it would. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be a good idea, and again, please feel free to join my Discord and we can make things like that happen. Look at this beautiful lake on the left hand side here. I'm getting a bit more confident in the truck. We're going a little bit faster now. Remember last night we were sleeping in the truck, it was pretty cold. We've had a rough night and we are not going to make it all the way to Delta today. I'm looking at the time, it's coming up for 2 o'clock in the afternoon and we still got some way to go. So this video is going to end relatively soon. I think when we get to Whistler, we're going to stop for the night in Whistler and we will pick this up next time. Let me know if you're looking forward to Christmas and you've got everything organised for it, or certainly the holiday time. Are you able to have a holiday? Are you getting time off work to celebrate and to spend time with your family? I'm having a very quiet Christmas just at home this year with the family, and just a chance to recharge the batteries. I'm sure we'll get a few convoys, I'm sure we'll get a few more videos recorded in that time as well, but for me it's just going to be taking it extremely easy, no big plans at all. Okay, so we're in Whistler, and I'm trying to remember what Whistler looks like. It definitely did look like this. I think this is Whistler Village on the left hand side here, and we're going to pull in there for the night. There's a nice hotel here. I think this one is the Hilton. Yeah, it looks similar to the place I stayed. I think I stayed at the Fairmont, which is along the road a little bit. These hotels in Whistler are super cool because they back onto the mountain, so you can quite literally ski into your hotel. You can ski down the mountain, pop your skis off at the back door and head into your hotel and into the room. It's really, really nice. Not been to this one, but this looks super cool. We're going to spin around here because at the front of the hotel there's a little vista point here where it will play a little animation, so let's do that. Okay, we've spun round and let's have a look at the area. Well, if those are not SCS level cutscenes, I don't know what is. These guys have done a fantastic job. As always, all the links for everything I've used, for all the mods, are in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and consider subscribing, because I'm going to put the second part of this video up very soon. Let's just back the truck in here, out of harm's way. Excuse the clipping of the trees going through the truck. Let's ignore that. And that's us for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.